Brussels, Belgium, August 21st, 2025. A landmark trade announcement has reshaped the future of transatlantic commerce. European industries, from cars to pharmaceuticals, will now face a 15% tariff cap under a newly negotiated trade deal with the United States. EU Trade Commissioner Maros Sefcovic described the agreement as the most favourable ever extended by Washington to any partner, signalling a new chapter in EU-US economic relations. At the heart of the deal is predictability, an all-inclusive tariff cap that locks in rates at 15%. For Europe's export-driven economy, where cars and pharmaceuticals represent strategic lifelines, this framework offers both relief and opportunity. Yet behind the headlines, the announcement also raises deeper questions: who benefits most and what hidden costs might emerge? A 15% all-inclusive tariff cap for the European Union. This is the most favourable trade deal the US has extended to any partner. A wide range of sectors, including strategic industries such as cars, pharmaceuticals, semiconductors and lumber, will benefit from this cap. Sefcovic's remarks underscored the scope of the agreement. Beyond cars and medicines, the deal touches semiconductors, lumber and other strategic sectors, industries at the heart of Europe's competitiveness. By capping tariffs at a fixed rate, Brussels believes it has secured a buffer against future trade wars. For the United States, the message is equally clear. It wants to prioritise stability with Europe while pursuing tougher lines with rivals such as China. The context, however, is far from simple. Only 2 years ago, US-EU relations were rattled by disputes over subsidies, digital taxes and environmental standards. Now, Washington is offering a preferential rate, even lower than what it grants to some of its closest allies. Analysts suggest this is part of a broader US strategy to solidify Western economic unity at a time of rising global competition. For Europe's car makers, the stakes could not be higher. German automakers like Volkswagen, BMW and Mercedes-Benz export hundreds of thousands of vehicles annually to the United States. A capped tariff ensures stability in pricing, protecting European brands from volatile trade politics. Pharmaceutical giants, too, stand to gain. With Europe home to some of the world's largest drug manufacturers, the US market represents billions in revenue. But not everyone is celebrating. Critics in Brussels warn that a 15% tariff, while capped, still represents a barrier in an era when many nations are pushing toward tariff-free trade. Consumer advocates argue that higher costs may be passed down to US buyers, while European exporters may face slimmer margins. Farmers and smaller manufacturers, excluded from the deal's strategic list, fear being left behind. In Washington, the deal is being sold as a win for American workers. By keeping tariffs in place, albeit capped, the US can claim it is protecting domestic industries while avoiding outright confrontation with Brussels. Lawmakers in Congress have already framed the agreement as proof that America can balance open trade with strategic protectionism. The geopolitical timing cannot be ignored. With rising competition from China and growing instability in global markets, the United States and the European Union appear to be closing ranks. For Washington, locking Europe into a predictable tariff framework prevents allies from drifting toward Beijing's orbit. For Brussels, it provides much-needed certainty as the EU navigates a fragile post-pandemic recovery and ongoing energy challenges. Still, questions remain. Will this deal truly strengthen transatlantic ties, or does it merely delay deeper disagreements? Some analysts caution that while tariffs are capped, regulatory disputes over climate standards, data privacy and subsidies could resurface. Others warn that by accepting a 15% floor, Europe has effectively conceded ground in negotiations that may haunt its exporters in the long run. As the briefing concluded in Brussels, Maros Sefcovic struck a confident tone. Yet, the true test lies not in today's headlines, but in tomorrow's markets. Will this deal create stability, or will it fuel new tensions down the line? For now, Europe and America are celebrating a historic pact, one that could redefine transatlantic trade for years to come.
a 15% all-inclusive tariff cap for the European Union. This is the most favourable trade deal the US has extended to any partner. A wide range of sectors, including strategic industries such as cars, pharmaceuticals, semiconductors and lumber, will benefit from this cap.